The story of Cain and his mysterious wife is one that has captivated readers for centuries. It raises a question that has intrigued theologians and scholars alike. Where did Cain find his wife? The answer might not be as straightforward as you think. In this deep dive into biblical scripture, we'll unravel this ancient mystery, exploring possibilities that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the early days of humanity. After Cain committed the first murder in history by killing his brother Abel, he was banished by God. Cast out, he became a wanderer, drifting to the land of Nod east of Eden. But here's where things get interesting. The text tells us, Cain made love to his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Wait, his wife? Where did she come from? The Bible hasn't mentioned any other women, so how could Cain, now exiled, suddenly find a wife? To answer this riddle, we have to dig deeper. There are two main theories about Cain's mysterious wife. The first theory suggests that God created additional people besides Adam and Eve. Could it be that there were other civilizations out there, hidden in the corners of the earth, from which Cain found his partner? Before you settle on this idea, consider this. Genesis 3:20 says, Adam named his wife Eve, because she would become the mother of all the living. Cain likely married one of his sisters or close relatives. Shocking? Perhaps. But remember, the Bible often doesn't mention the names or even the existence of many descendants. What if, by the time Cain wandered to the land of Nod, Adam and Eve had already had many children and grandchildren? After Cain murdered Abel, it's reasonable to think Adam and Eve continued having children. In those early days, the human race was in its infancy, and marriages between siblings or close relatives were not just accepted. Cain's punishment for killing Abel wasn't just exile, it came with a heavy curse. Cain's family life was anything but ordinary. After marrying his wife, who, as we've speculated, was likely his sister or niece, Cain had a son named Enoch. According to the Book of Jubilees, a Jewish commentary written between 135 and 105 BC, that's not part of the Bible, but offers insight into early interpretations. Cain's wife was named Awan, one of Eve's daughters. But if Eve was the mother of all humans, wouldn't this mean Cain's wife was indeed his sister? The Bible even hints at this possibility by telling us that Adam and Eve had many sons and daughters over the course of their lives. Cain, despite his terrible crime and his curse, continued his family line. His descendants went on to live, work, and thrive. After the Great Flood, Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, also had to repopulate the earth. It wasn't until later, when the population grew large enough, that God set laws forbidding incest, which we find in the book of Leviticus. So, in the end, the mystery of Cain's wife isn't as mysterious as it first seems. We hope you've enjoyed unraveling this ancient mystery with us.